Welcome. Hi, I'm attorney Desiree Koger Gustafson with Immigration for Couples. If you are new to our Facebook page, we regularly do these live attorney chats to address new developments in the immigration world, as well as questions that we are seeing during intake, during consultations, and also on our Facebook page. So if you are watching this live, feel free to go ahead and comment. We will see that below and hopefully address your question if we're able to get to it. Otherwise, we will have a whole nother session chat just like this one to address questions that you may have. So if you are know of anybody who may be interested in the material that we're going to discuss or that we do discuss, feel free to like and share our page. Certainly, if you're watching this on replay, comment #replay. You can always ask questions thereafter as well. It doesn't have to be live. We do go back and look at those, as with the one that we are going to address today. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about the public charge rule. Most of you are now aware, because we've done a couple of videos on it, the new public charge rule that came out and was in effect basically in December. They have switched to all new forms. And the forms for the 485, which is the adjustment of status, those do have an additional section on the form that addresses the public charge ground of inadmissibility. So additionally, it helps USCIS address that public charge right from the application itself. So we had a recent question about who fills out that section, especially when you are filing a concurrent I-130, as you might do with a parent or even a spouse possibly that's in the U.S. That is then eligible to apply for adjustment. So know that applicants for adjustment of status, the USCIS must consider certain factors: age, health, family status, assets, resources, financial status. All of those things are kind of at a minimum of what USCIS needs to look at. And we've addressed exemptions and non-exempt people who are exempt from having to even file or fill out that portion of the 485. I've addressed that on a recent video as well. So certainly go back to our webpage, immigrationforcouples.com. And if you click on the resources tab, you will have a whole host of different videos from us as well, but you should be able to find one on the new public charge rule that kind of goes over what is subject, what's considered an asset, what is considered an issue, what might be more of an issue that USCIS might then look into. So we addressed all of those things. And so not everyone is non-exempt, but if you do have to fill out this portion, which is the majority of people who are filling out that 485, basically it is addressing the applicant. So the applicant is going to be the one who is going to fill out that section. So there's an emphasis on a couple of different portions. First of all, education, basically because any education or skills can then be possibly transferred to a workforce. So that would, of course, weigh one factor in favor of not being a public charge or not becoming a public charge. So that is addressed on there as well. So again, they're looking at the applicant. This really has nothing to do with the sponsor. If you are still needing a sponsor, obviously that person that will be addressed on the affidavit of support. So this is really totally separate. It is looking at the applicant themselves. One of the other focuses or emphasis in this new kind of rule, the new section of the form, which now everyone has to use this new edition as of very late December of last year, is looking at financial status. So not only are they looking at your income, but they're also looking at what kind of debts. That way we kind of avoid overinflating the wealth of that person to know exactly where they stand as far as their financial status to then determine whether or not they are at risk of becoming a public charge. So I hope that this has been helpful. Know that there are other videos out there that we've done. Know that the public charge rule is taken in totality of the circumstances. So they try to look at a little bit of everything. And you will get an opportunity at possibly an interview to then, if it makes it that far, if your application gets that far and the interview is not waived, then you'll have another opportunity to kind of address any of the support types or public charge of inadmissibility issues that might come up. So I hope this has been helpful. Certainly go back and look at immigrationforcouples.com, click on that resources tab, and you'll see a whole bunch of further videos on the public charge of inadmissibility and even an update as to this particular rule itself. Again, my name is Attorney Desiree. Thank you for joining us for this live weekly attorney chat, and I will see you here next week at the same time. Have a great day.